Kurt Cobain. His name resonates as the voice of an era. He was the icon of the 1990s grunge movement, a musician who touched the hearts of millions, and a generational voice that left an indelible mark on the world. But this meteoric rise came to a tragic and abrupt end. Today, we'll delve into the untold stories behind Kurt Cobain's life, the turmoil within his soul, and the rise of grunge as a cultural phenomenon. This is not just the tale of a rock star's tragedy, but also the story of a generation's search for meaning, grief, and rebellion. Are you ready? Kurt Donald Cobain was born on February 20, 1967, in Aberdeen, Washington, a small logging town surrounded by rain-soaked forests. From the outside, his childhood seemed like that of any other American kid. But behind closed doors, Kurt's life was far from idyllic. His parents' divorce when he was just 9 years old marked a turning point, shattering his sense of stability and leaving a deep emotional scar. The young Kurt was sensitive, creative, and introspective. He found solace in art and music, using them as an escape from the turmoil at home. Even as a child, his artistic inclinations stood out. He would spend hours drawing, painting, and creating imaginary worlds. But beneath his creativity lay a growing sense of loneliness and alienation. As a teenager, Kurt discovered punk rock, a genre that resonated deeply with his rebellious spirit. Bands like the Melvins and the Sex Pistols inspired him, and he began teaching himself to play guitar. Music became his refuge, a way to channel his pain and anger into something meaningful. In 1987, he teamed up with bassist Krist Novoselic, and together they formed Nirvana. Seattle's underground music scene was thriving, and Nirvana quickly became a part of it. They started performing in small clubs, where their raw energy and unapologetic sound captured the attention of local fans. By the time they released their debut album, Bleach, in 1989, the seeds of grunge had been firmly planted. But it was their second album, Nevermind, released in 1991, that catapulted them to global fame. The album's lead single, Smells Like Teen Spirit, became an anthem for a disillusioned generation, propelling Nirvana to the forefront of the music world. Nirvana's meteoric rise brought with it a level of fame that Kurt never anticipated and struggled to accept. He found himself thrust into the spotlight, hailed as the voice of Generation X, a title he neither wanted nor felt he deserved. The pressure to maintain success, combined with the constant scrutiny of the media, began to take its toll on him. Kurt's lyrics often reflected his inner turmoil. Songs like Lithium and Come As You Are were deeply personal, offering glimpses into his battles with depression and self-doubt. Despite his outward success, he often felt misunderstood and isolated. Adding to his struggles was his growing dependency on heroin. What started as a means to cope with physical pain and emotional anguish quickly spiraled into a full-blown addiction. The drug offered a temporary escape from the pressures of fame, but it also deepened the darkness he was trying to avoid. His relationship with Courtney Love, whom he married in 1992, was both passionate and tumultuous. The couple became infamous for their volatile dynamics and shared struggles with substance abuse. Their daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, born later that year, became a rare source of light in Kurt's increasingly chaotic life. By 1994, the weight of fame, addiction, and personal struggles had become unbearable for Kurt. On April 5, 1994, he was found dead at his Seattle home from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His death was ruled a suicide, and a note left behind expressed his feelings of hopelessness and love for his family. Kurt's passing sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond. Fans around the globe mourned the loss of a figure who had given voice to their feelings of alienation and despair. The 27-year-old musician joined the ranks of the infamous 27 Club, alongside legends like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison, all young talents lost too soon. Conspiracy theories about Kurt's death have persisted over the years, with some suggesting foul play. But regardless of the circumstances, the undeniable truth remains: the world lost one of its most gifted and influential artists. Kurt Cobain's impact on music and culture is immeasurable. Nirvana's Nevermind not only defined the sound of the 1990s but also challenged the status quo of the music industry. Grunge became more than just a genre. It was a movement, a way for a generation to express its disillusionment and defiance. Even decades after his death, Kurt's music continues to resonate with listeners of all ages. Songs like Heart-Shaped Box and All Apologies remain timeless, their raw emotion and honesty striking a chord with new generations. His influence can be seen in countless artists who have cited him as an inspiration, from alternative rock bands to solo singer-songwriters. Beyond his music, Kurt's legacy is also one of vulnerability and authenticity. He was unafraid to speak openly about his struggles, breaking down stigmas around mental health and addiction. In doing so, he gave permission for others to confront their own pain and seek help. Today, fans continue to celebrate Kurt's life and work through tribute concerts, documentaries, and art. His story serves as both a cautionary tale about the perils of fame and a reminder of the enduring power of music to heal and connect. Kurt Cobain was more than a musician. He was the voice of a generation. His tragic story highlights the dark side of fame and the exhausting battle within oneself. Yet, his enduring music and influence keep his memory alive as a legend. Legends never die. And Kurt Cobain lives on in every note and every word he left behind. What are your thoughts on Kurt Cobain's life and death? Share your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more stories of tragedy and unforgettable lives. See you in the next video.